So today we're going to be having a look how you can go ahead and get some easier bot lobbies, some lobbies that are a little bit more enjoyable. Of course, skill-based matchmaking is very high in this game, but we've also got the engagement matchmaking that's actually going to help you guys out a little bit, and it's going to help you get those easier lobbies in the long term. But I'm going to teach you quite a few new methods. Some of these methods I've already covered, but there's two that I've actually gone ahead and tried out, and it's working very well without having to reverse boost. Obviously, if you want to reverse boost, that is up to yourselves. But if you do enjoy today's video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications. But with all being said, let's jump right into it. So of course, like I said, the skill-based matchmaking and engagement matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking, as you know, is very high at the moment. Hopefully it does get tweaked and fixed. I feel like this is the highest it's ever been. But obviously when Warzone comes out, maybe it will get balanced out a little bit better. I think this is the lowest KD I've ever had in any Call of Duty, even with skill-based matchmaking, which is pretty annoying. But with that being said though, the engagement matchmaking is something that you want to take full advantage of. Now, engagement matchmaking, what that is, basically when you play X amount of games, if you're having say like 5 bad games for example, it'll start putting you in some easier lobbies so that you actually keep on the game and keep playing the game and keep logging in daily, so you will actually get a few decent lobbies. Now, I'm not saying the big god lobbies where people literally have no hands and you can get the kills really easy, but it will be a more toned down game. So the engagement matchmaking you can take to your advantage, especially if you're on the camo grind and you're going to be getting a lot of deaths. One, you're going to get a lower KD ratio, so that means you're going to be ranked lower, so you're going to get in lower lobbies. However, alternatively, because you're playing so many bad games while you're going for your camo grinds, potentially using a knife, etc., then you're actually going to get into some really easy lobbies through your engagement matchmaking, which is pretty good. So if you have say like 5 bad games, you're actually going to go ahead and get 10 good games. Usually that's how it works, because they want you to make sure that you are playing this game a lot more regular. Now of course it's not always accurate and it doesn't always work right away, but you guys definitely want to try the engagement side by making sure you have so many bad games. And the best way to go ahead and do it is your first game on of the day. So every time you log in every single day, you do always get a slightly easier lobby to ease you into the game, to make you think, you know what, the lobbies don't feel too bad this game, I'll play another one. And you might get a bad one, and then you might get another bad one, but you think, you know what, that good one's coming around the corner. So the first game, make sure you play really bad, maybe only get 1 or 2 kills, make sure you get plenty of death, and you'll then actually go ahead and get quite a lot of good games in a row. You'll get between 10 and 15 that I've noticed has been happening to myself. Now that is something you guys definitely want to take advantage of on, because like I say, it's all in regards to the engagement matchmaking, which obviously they want to keep the players engaged, they want the players to keep playing, but they also want to have a balanced skill base so everybody's at the same level, so nobody's actually getting in lobbies where they're constantly getting dumped on. But that's happening through skill-based matchmaking anyway. Now another thing I have highly noticed that is really good is actually going ahead and playing in a party with friends, so you guys definitely want to take advantage of that. Now of course, if you haven't actually got anybody you can go ahead and play with, you could always go ahead and leave your IDs down below and add each other on Call of Duty, and potentially actually find some new friends by using this comment section. So I highly recommend you guys going ahead and using my comment section below to go ahead and find yourself some new friends to go ahead and play with on a regular basis, so then you guys can actually go ahead and get some easier lobbies. Now obviously you can have a squad of 4 people going into these games. By having as many people as you can that are your friends in the lobby, it actually combines all your KDs and stats, and it usually makes a lot easier lobbies that is found. Believe it or not, I didn't think this would work, but since I've been playing with a few friends, I usually play solo because the times I play, you definitely want to go ahead and make sure you're trying that out. Now of course, there's the option of reverse boosting. You can go ahead and reverse boost. It's not something I recommend really, but if you guys do want to go ahead and do it, then feel free to do so. See, I'm going for the camo grind at the minute, so I'm using a lot of weapons that are really bad and I'm getting a lot of deaths, and some of the challenges are really frustrating, especially with the launcher and also with the knives. So I am getting a lot of deaths naturally, so my KD is actually dropping quite a bit quicker than I thought. So you guys definitely want to take full advantage of doing stuff like that if you want to reverse boost without actually doing it. And also you want to make sure that you're not playing at peak times. Now I know that's not possible for everybody, especially people that are at school, college, university, or even working a 9-5 job. All you people that are working or in the 9-5 zone that can only play from say 6 PM till maybe like 8 PM, that is kind of the worst time to go ahead and play, unfortunately. So the skill-based matchmaking is going to be a lot higher. Now if you actually play it earlier in the morning or from 10 PM onwards in your time zone, you're actually going to find yourself a lot easier lobbies. A lot of people do tend to play obviously at the peak hours, which like I say is usually between 6 PM to around about 8 PM, maybe 9 PM at a push. Then after that it does start dropping off, and then come 10 PM you will find yourself in a lot more easier lobbies for you guys to go ahead and enjoy. Now one of the biggest tips I'm going to give you is something I've recently tried. Now I'm getting absolutely fed up of getting killed constantly, as you guys are, so what I've actually gone ahead and done is turn off crossplay. I did it as a little bit of a test to see what goes ahead and happens, so then I'm not fighting for my life, and actually it's worked. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's actually worked. I am getting a lot easier lobbies, I am getting higher kill streaks, I'm getting higher kill gameplays, which is fantastic, exactly what I want. Now basically, once you turn off your crossplay, you're actually going to reduce the amount of players that's playing the game realistically in your skill base. So if you have the crossplay on, and let's say you're a PlayStation player, you're gonna have PlayStation, you're gonna have PC, you're gonna have Xbox. So let's say there's a 200,000-300,000 people in your skill set all playing at the same time. That's a lot of people that you're gonna go ahead and match up with, and there's a good chance you're gonna stay in the skill-based matches. However, if you turn off crossplay, especially when you're not in the peak times, you actually have a lower amount of people. So let's say it's 300,000 people playing crossplay in your skill set. What will actually happen is you turn off crossplay, and it might actually drop down to 100,000, 50,000. So there's a lot less people for you to be able to be matched up with. And obviously, if people are in games, already in lobbies, already searching, there's a higher chance you're going to get a few people in your lobby that are not very good at the game. Now, 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to end up on your team, because that's my kind of luck. But the game still feels a lot more playable, a lot more enjoyable since I've started turning off crossplay. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer to find the game when you're not in peak hours, which is expected because there's not as many people going to be on the game. So obviously it's going to stretch it out a little bit longer trying to find people, but it actually tends to work a lot better if you do turn off crossplay. Now alternatively, if you are looking, you do have 2 accounts, whether a PC account and a console account, or 2 consoles, etc. What you could go ahead and do is make sure that one of the accounts has got really bad stats and you can find extremely easy lobbies, and then what you want to do is search for a game on that and party up with your main account, and then once you're in a game, you can always back that other account out, or if you really wanted to, you could always move the analog stick around or the mouse around a little bit, but that's your choice. But you could always reverse boost on one account, so then on your main account it doesn't look like you are reverse boosting and your stats look really good. Now that is something else that you guys can go ahead and do. Obviously it is up to yourself on how you go about this, but these are just a few tips to help you guys try and enjoy the game that little bit more. Like I said, turning off crossplay does feel like it's been the better option for myself, and I actually really enjoy not having crossplay on, and it's made my life a lot easier playing on this game, especially while I'm going for these challenges as well. It'd be interesting to know what camos you've got as well down below. I know I've mentioned it quite a bit in this video, so let me know down below. Don't forget guys, week 2 challenges are available, so you guys definitely want to go ahead and make sure you're completing them so that you can go ahead and get the Golden River camo at the end of the 4 week of challenges. You do get 110,000 XP per week of challenges as well, so if you do both multiplayer and zombies, that is 220,000 XP in total, so definitely make sure you are going ahead and taking full advantage of that. But if you have enjoyed today's video guys, then obviously make sure you do drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications, as this is the best place for everything Call of Duty. But with all being said guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you find those easier lobbies, but as always guys, I'll catch you on the next video.